Welcome back, Acne Beautiful, with Morgan Elizabeth. So, you guys are well on your way with the task of week 4, which is to eliminate dairy. Okay, there was a rampage in there and I
cut it out.
I am wearing my computer glasses. So what, if anything, was challenging for you in the removal of dairy and week 1? And what day or days felt most challenging to you? Or has it just been challenging straight on through day 1 through day 7?
Cool.
And what did you do during those moments that it felt challenging? Did you replace it with something else? Did you remind yourself of why you're doing it and the importance of that? Did you refresh your memory in terms of the dairy hormone acne connection, and maybe that gave you a little bit more oomph or motivation to stay in the game? These are things to think about because they help you lay that foundation for your awareness and the strength that comes with maintaining that awareness and moving forward towards something that you are looking to achieve, a goal, a desire, a change in yourself that you want, but you have to make that big step between here and there. You've got to really bridge that gap. So I'd love for you to share in any way what it has been like in that regard, taking out dairy. The other thing I want you to share and think about for yourself is, as you're coming to the end of week 1 of your dairy removal, are you noticing any improvements in your skin? And you need to look at this from like a big picture standpoint. So almost as if you're looking at yourself in the mirror, or you're feeling the way your skin feels from a very large perspective. Take a step back and look at yourself and think about if you feel any slight improvements in your skin in terms of its texture. Maybe just it feels a little bit better under your fingertips when you wash your face, when you apply products. Maybe your skin's just not as sensitive. You're noticing an improvement in the resiliency or sensitivity. Maybe you're seeing a slight reduction or a bigger reduction in redness and inflammation. Maybe a pimple that you have now would be a lot more painful, but it's a little less painful, a little less red than it usually is. That's a good sign that you're moving in the right direction and your body is starting to level out that active inflammation, and then you will see further improvements down the line. So it really depends on, your state of acne prior to removing dairy, where you are in your cycle if you're a woman. Now we're going to focus the rest of today's video on an energetic check-in. The reason why it's so important to do this now is because we overcame one of the first big nutritional hurdles, which was removing something really common from the diet. The next video that I'm going to do for our Acne Beautiful journey is going to be something really practical. We'll create a meal together, and we're going to create a meal that's very basic but nutritionally dense. It's going to be something that you can use as like a go-to at the end of the day when you're tired and you don't feel like cooking, but you need something healthy that's going to work towards your benefit when it comes to your goals for clearing your skin. We're taking a big bite out of something in regards to acne, but we're doing it in a way where there's a lot of room for expansion and growth. This is a practical way of doing it, so you do not get lost in the process, and it's not too much and it's not too overwhelming. And managing your vibration, if we're doing an energetic check-in a little bit over a month into this, we really want to focus on our vibration at this point and managing that vibration. So we have to ask ourselves, what does it mean to manage your vibration, and how do you do it? Especially in regards to our goal here, which is clearing your skin from within, finding that clearest version of your skin. We have to take a look at vibration and what that is made up of. So you can think of your vibration as both temporary for the moment and the day, and a little bit more semi-long term and long term for the week and the month and months and years, and so on and so forth. Then you can think of all of your experiences in your life up until now in some way comprising your overall vibration on a whole, and where you are during this current life path of yours. That includes things like the general health and vitality of your chakras, and even like your aura colors at this time in your life. And then we want to hone in on you right here, right now, today, right here with me, listening, chatting, talking Acne Beautiful journey stuff, and the experience and the experiences that you're having now. What is now anyway? That's kind of like the next thing to ask ourselves. And we know that now is just the present moment. And yoga is a really wonderful way to be present in the moment. And it's really the only time in which you can take action, right? You can plan for action in the future, you can reminisce about action taken in the past, but you can only really take immediate action right now. Back to that whole vibration and the management of it. So I like to think of vibration just as one long spectrum of feeling and thought. You'll find that you have a lot of individual, different, positive thoughts on one end of the spectrum. And each of those positive thoughts that you have during one given day has its own vibration. And then on the other end, you might have some more negative thoughts. And those different negative thoughts that you have its own individual vibration as well. And then somewhere in the middle, you have some just neutral, mundane, random thoughts, which each have their own individual vibration as well. And there you have your spectrum. So on any given day, perhaps you have had more different negative thoughts than positive thoughts. And that's going to create a sort of balance, if you will, your general place, that general vibration that you're holding for that day or for that moment. And you can become aware of it and step out of it and change it. But that gives you a sense of sort of how your vibration can change from day to day based on the positive and the negative thoughts that you have, and the sort of heaviness or lightness of each of those thoughts, the vibration of each of those thoughts, and how they weigh in on that scale, on balancing that scale in the spectrum. Right, so if the thoughts that you have are based on the experiences that you have in your life and how you feel about those experiences, then you're really just talking about how you're feeling today, tomorrow, this week, this month, etc. Basically, we're honing in on those emotions that you're experiencing at this time. Your mood, if it lasts longer than a couple of hours or a day, your energy levels. And if you want to bring more balance to your vibration and tip the scales more to those positive vibrations perhaps, well, that's going to benefit you in many ways. And one of the big things that can help us with is to reduce or just cut straight through any resistance, which essentially translates into making things easier for us, or going with the flow, so to speak. Now, going with the flow isn't quite what most people think of. It's not somebody who's just open to anything all of the time, some pushover who basically does anything that the crowd wants because they're so easy, right? That's not being easygoing, going with the flow. Someone like that is actually doing themselves and the rest a big disservice by being too nice, which comes with its own bag of consequences. Don't get me wrong, going with the flow doesn't also mean that you blatantly disregard the feelings of the crowd or the general flow of things, but you're actually taking that into account as well at the same time that you're going with your own internal flow and you're managing to merge the two together. Your own internal flow, your own internal trajectory with the energy that is outside of you in the experiences that are happening outside of you and around you and still influencing you to an extent as well. As you manage your vibration and the vibration of the outer world around you and you merge them together in a way that is very assertive on your part as far as managing your own vibration, standing in your own personhood and your own power and authenticity, and merging that with that outer world, with those experiences, that action dictates how easy or not your experiences are for you and your movement towards the things that you want, and or in general just how easy your day goes for you. So as you become more and more aware of the different thoughts that you're having at any given moment, which is why we have these energetic check-ins throughout the day, and especially after a big thing like removing dairy for one whole week, as you do that, you're able to get in tune efficiently with the vibe of the thought, with the vibration of the thought that you're having. And if you can do that, then you can also feel the thought, work through the thought, acknowledge the thought, change the thought, because when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Wayne Dyer. And as you do that, again and again and again, you begin to dissipate the energy of the vibration of the negative thoughts and bring them back to neutral on that spectrum, or feel them away altogether. And you begin to have a better balance in favor of those more positive thoughts and vibrations, and hence your overall vibration in the here, in the now, and in the future. As you experience a lowering of resistance, you get to step into that seat of control. You are in the driver's seat, and by doing so, you get to experience that momentum pushing you forward. You get to feel and ride out that wave of fortune. It puts you on it, and it pushes you forward towards the things that you want. Creating your reality becomes fun like this because it feels magical, and yet all you're doing is using your human powers. Why is it so important to manage your vibration? Because with an understanding of your own energetic spectrum of vibration, your general proclivity towards positive or negative thoughts or neutral thoughts, you have a better sense of where you land, where you stand vibrationally each and every day, each and every moment, the things that get your goat, and how you can more easily move away from those things and not get sucked in to a different lifeline that brings you further and further away from your goal and closer to an older version of yourself from the past that you are trying to work yourself away from, because there is a different place that you want to go. There is a different version of yourself that you're trying to achieve. So as you better manage your vibration because of your general sense of awareness and connection to yourself, you literally make this entire process, your goal, your movement, your journey towards clear skin from within, you make that process easier. You plow through obstructions, resistance falls away, you cut through it like a freaking knife, and things become fun. They feel light, they feel magical. The things that you're looking for start happening and coming to you. The experiences that you need start happening for you. The opportunities that you're looking for start opening up around you, and it just becomes, it takes on a life of its own. Everything is working to your advantage. So thank you for tuning in with me, Morgan Elizabeth, right here today in the heat of the summer, talking about week 5, checking in energetically, managing your vibration. Stay tuned for week 6, where we make a meal together. Your acne is beautiful, and so are you.